You guys want to? I can spend another 10 minutes.
You are like a wind-up toy. You're so wound up with energy. I'm just thinking.
Energizer bunny.
Yes.
But
then your brain's going everywhere, which is it's great that you are recounting this for the audience. But it does eat up the time. But we're recording, so for the audience purpose, your explanation of a lot of stuff, I was kind of like, Christine, I know, but then I was like, wait, it's for the audience. It's for the people watching this. So yeah, it's good.
It's not just for the audience. I don't know if you've noticed, and I don't necessarily, I guess I'll just go ahead and confess this, but I'm one of those people, and I think I was just born this way. Everybody has their limits and their talents. One of the things that my brain does is I never want to do anything unless I'm killing multiple birds with one stone. I don't like to waste my time. And so every single post that I make, both in the Love Boat Facebook group and in my own Facebook account, there are many purposes. Most people think I'm just joking around. Like today, I posted that hilarious video trying to take a freaking selfie with my mom and Joy I eat. I mean, before I whipped out the video and did that, my camera did that, he'd already spent 15 minutes. Like everything was wrong, my hair was wrong, everything was wrong, they couldn't get together. And so, but the purpose of that is because I cannot, there's so much to say, I cannot say it in one post. So you will notice that like some of the posts that I make in the Love Boat Facebook group, I reference the link somewhere else where I've talked more about it. Sometimes it's years ago, 2 years ago, like this whole thing with Elliot Wong, former Director General TECO. That was no joke. I knew that I was going to be able to reference that one day, and so now I can skip my ask to the Love Boat Facebook group, but I don't have to explain this whole thing about how I met him on the plane and also because I've got it in a previous post. Okay. And so why I wanted to post today's video with my mom and Auntie Joy is because her husband is a professor specializing in U.S., Taiwan, China politics. And he is frequently invited back to Taiwan to give guest lectures. And he's been doing this for 20 years. He's very well known. She, as the stay-at-home wife, so to speak, she is the quintessential socialite. She knows everybody. She knows what's going on. She knows all the gossip in town. She knows who to contact. And the reason why she was at our house, because I asked her to come over so I could take a picture with her so I can post it on Facebook so that I can reference this many times in the future. And so she has been the one to give me a lot of the intel about it. I don't know how Taiwan politics works. She knows. And so she's the one who told me, oh, did you know that Elliot Wong, the Director General that you met, he got out, and the way it works, so overseas Taiwan officials, it's very similar to the U.S. State Department. They get assigned to a particular region for a limited period of time.
4 years.
For Taiwan. Is it 4 years?
I think it's 4 years. Yeah. Although they can extend it.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Cindy Lou was mentioning that she spent some. I think she mentioned there's a purpose. They don't want them to be too attached as well. There's just enough time to know and do. Yeah.
That is the.
I mean, there's green posts at different places. Like no one wants to go to like say Swaziland. They all want to go to New York or LA. So like they don't allow people to get too comfortable in one spot. They rotate them around. So civil servants are
This is exactly how the State Department does it too, and that's for that
yes,
very
exactly.
They don't want them to be too close to the local of citizens because there could be potential conflicts of interest. And so for Taiwan, what Cindy Liu, Deputy Director of OCAC in San Francisco, what she told me was, I believe that's what they said, is that their assignments are 3 years abroad, and then 2 years back at headquarters, and then 3 years abroad, and then 2 years back at headquarters.
Yeah.
And but there are exceptions. So for her, for example, her boss, the boss at OCC, because Cindy Liu, she's fluent in Cantonese, and there are not that many people in the Taiwan government that are also fluent in Cantonese, which is why she is assigned to the Chinatown outreach in San Francisco. That's why there's two offices in the Bay Area. One is in Milpitas. This is where most of the Taiwanese population lives. but she just moved into a huge office in San Francisco, beautiful office. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen pictures of it.
Okay.
And so in her case, her boss wants her to stay longer because they need her. However, I believe she told me she is being sent back by the end of this year. And Elliot Long is now back. This is to our benefit to have people that we've made connections with to be at headquarters at this point in time. Because I will tell you, our previous interactions with headquarters, and I'm not bad mouthing OCAC or anything, but this is a product, this is a result of the number of years that have gone by and the turnover, the natural turnover at OCAC. It is so difficult to explain the whole story of the study tour program and the impact of the study tour program to people who are not intimately aware of it. And what I've realized is, I'm going to talk to Cindy about this, but I'm just like, going forward, anyone we meet with at OCAC or talk to needs to know the LOCO program, because we do not have the capacity, we do not have the manpower to be educating them. They can educate themselves. They're the ones who freaking created this program. They have the information. And so keep that in mind, because you two are going to play a bigger role as this goes on. And, you know, obviously we owe everything to OCAC. We're doing everything we can to work with them within the confines of corporate boundaries. But I want, and I'm going to ask OCAC to step up. They aren't doing enough. So anyway, let me not go there. But anyway, but Cindy Real is my favorite person at OCAC. She is, the fact that she had come to our 2024 reunion, and I haven't had a chance to share this yet, but the day after, she texted me this beautiful text, and she said, and I still have it, I will share it. I'm going to create an OCAC page, and I'm going to include all the people we've met, all of their business cards, what role they played, so that everyone can reference this as we move forward, because we're going to be talking to OCAC producers everywhere. But she texted me and she said, and it just warmed my heart. She was like, Christine, I was so moved last night at your reunion, or maybe it was a day or two later. She's like, I can really feel the joy and the affection that everyone had towards each other. And I was just so moved by it. And I just want to reiterate that, you know, OCAC welcomes all of you back to Taiwan, you know, for work, for business, for tourism, whatever. Because in this speech, I kind of threw them under the bus. I don't know if you remember, but I was like, I went to your headquarters and nobody would talk to me. And I made a point of saying that again, killing multiple birds with one stone. That wasn't just me making a typical speech. That was me signaling to OCAC that, hey, we're trying to help you. We want to give back. You cannot find a more capable, influential, accomplished audience than you will in the Love Boat community, the Love Boat alumni community. And we're here. Not everybody wants to participate. Not everybody cares. But like we say on the website, if only 1% of the 10,000 students that went through wants to roll up their sleeves and do something meaningful, it's hundreds of people. It's 100 people. We only need 10, really, you know, and we already kind of have the core group right now. But I don't blame OCAC for not. I mean, on the one hand, I'm disappointed because I really feel like somebody there needs to. I know there are people within OCAC, and we can talk about this later because I have names and contacts, and just haven't had time to reach out and figure this all out. But there are still people in OCAC at very high levels that were intimately involved in the program. Those are the people that we want to meet with going forward. I may actually send you guys and Leland and Susan to work on some projects that are related to initiative number 2. Okay, so again, I need all volunteers to really understand our website and understand what we're doing in order to be able to be effective. But on the other hand, so much time has passed. The people working for OCAC today didn't make the decision to shut the program down. I mean, it's a consequence of time, and I get that. But at the same time, I have been doing a lot to try to make that connection with OCAC. And as I said in the previous meeting, have yet to be acknowledged. I mean, I feel like really this is how I feel. Maybe you tell me if this is wrong, but I feel like there are parents. They
Yeah,
raised
yeah.
us for 40, they raised us for 40. Let me finish, Dean. Dean, let me finish.
Okay,
They raised us for 46 years, and they threw us away. And now we've grown up. Maybe they threw us away because we were naughty kids, and now we're grown up, and we'd like to come back. We'd like to see our parents again. And we're knocking on their doors, and they're like, "We don't want to talk to you." You know, it's like that. It feels like you created us. As I said in a previous meeting, I said, your OCAC is the one who spent the time and the resources and 46 years cultivating a relationship with the young generation of over second generation, basically. Second generation. Go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, I think this still has something to do more with KNT versus DPP because, again, the current administration is DPP, and the whole OCAC thing when we were there was basically set up by KMT, which, again, it's like they don't see us as their children because this was a program of the ruling party that was the opposition for the longest time. So, I mean, it's really, yeah.
That might have a role in it, but just based on my many conversations with OCAC directors, current and retired, OCAC does not have it within them to play the political game. Their job to play that political game. I mean, they cannot change their mission every single time the administration changes over. They are not the arm of the current administration. Their job is to continue to maintain good relations with the overseas community and then work with Chinese.
Like you yourself pointed out, the budget was cut drastically from when it was under KNT power to the current day. That drastic budget cut means that they don't have the resources or the manpower to pay us as much attention as they would probably like to as well.
That is also another, you're right. That is, and actually, two of them pointed that out too. They're like, we have 600, 700 active child plans. You are just one in our eyes. And I get that. I do get that. But at the same time, like I said, I'm sorry, but the Love Boat alumni community is your best bet. If they want help, if they want support overseas, it's not the first generation. It's not the third generation. Third generation, you're trying to just get them into language school. It's the second generation. It's our generation. And so, anyway, I'm sorry. I just get really, into it. We'll talk about this because it will happen over time. I think it's just that I'm impatient, and I would like to see this reunion, this Love Boat reunion between the alumni community and OCAC. I would really like to see that happen. So what I said to Cindy Leo, Cindy understood. So back to what I was saying is that I think it was meant to be that she is who she is, that she is so young. She was born the year that I went. She was born the year that I went on the Love Boat. That's why her name badge is a baby picture of her. Her name badge, memento.
Remember that.
She totally understands this. She totally wants to help us. She also isn't as burdened as the directors in Milpitas in LA because they truly have a lot of child plans that they're supporting, whereas her main focus is just Chinatown. So she has more time. I'm not saying she's not busy. She's also really, really busy. But one of the asks that I'm going to make to OCAC headquarters is we would like one contact at OCAC to help us coordinate and communicate. And I'd like to ask for it to be Pearl. Oh, she doesn't want. I'm going to talk to her. So she's coming to our May 31st.
You're volunteering her for more work.
She's coming to our May 31st meet and greet at Redwood Shores. And I'm gonna, hopefully she can stay and have dinner with me, but she is our ally. When she comes, we pave the way for her. She's our person at OCAC. But anyway, guys, I have to go mainly because, go ahead, Dee, and then I have to go because my battery's dying.
Okay. All right. So
Lynn. I'm sorry, Lynn, what did you want to say? You raised your
No, that was Dean. Dean raised his hand.
No,
I thought it was
That was Dean. Go ahead,
Oh, okay,
Dean. No, it's Dean.
yeah. So yeah, that's the only thing. Christine, your feeling is definitely valid. We feel like mommy, daddy, just tell me that you're proud of me, right? Which is a totally valid. I get it. Now, but keep in mind that we're not dealing with a single person. Parents is a single person that see us through. You're talking about bureaucracy, bureaucratic organization that
Lots of red tape.
people change and people changes intentionally. A lot of state departments, government intentionally rotate that because that prevents a particular. I see
conflict of interest. Yeah.
which leads to corruption, which
Right,
leads
right,
to
right, right.
issue for the government. So that is very intentional. All the country does that. So recognizing that, now how do we? Then we should deploy a multi-pronged attack approach. Attack, if you call that. We got Cindy, one ally, Elliot. We start building. We don't think linear. We got to think. We start building multiple people advocate from different angles. So that's how you attack using a battle word. But how to coerce? That's a battle.
You want to leverage all the different contexts you have,
Manipulate.
basically.
Well, it basically
Yes.
you start changing mind. Let them cause them to recognize the value of these children from the Love Boat.
Let's say offspring. Let's use the word
Offspring,
offspring because
Right,
but that
these
does. Yeah.
young offspring, but still, it's required us thinking. Okay, don't be discouraged if we feel like we're not making headway. But you build multi-pronged contacts so that internally when they have their meeting. Oh yeah, I remember them. Yeah, I talked to them, and that takes time. When Cindy gets, Cindy being young also is to our advantage.
Young
There's
is good.
There.
They're not
Well,
jaded yet.
This is being recorded, so let's limit. Be careful.
Okay, well, make sure we chop this part off, right?
No, it's
After-
okay. She
This is all
understands
off
as
the
well.
record.
They all understand, but Dean,
Yeah, so-
I'm glad you're articulating this because it's important for everybody to understand. And also, that is the reason why I busted my ass with that reunion video. That message was for OCAC and CYC only. I didn't care if that video didn't get 10 views. I just needed one view by the right person at OCAC and CYC. And that's why I enlisted, that's why my mom and I worked so hard on those initial press releases. We're going to write so many more press releases going forward. And I've already got the whole press list. I've already got the whole press list that is going to start receiving whatever we issue. But that initial one that's on our website, the English and Chinese version, that was totally in line with what you are saying. It was the long game. I knew we were playing a long game. So I love, Dean, that you, and I mean, I guess the fact that you can articulate this, the fact that more people can start to understand the complexity of this relationship, I mean, yeah, I'm sure OCAC would love to have closer relationships with us once we can show them the value that we bring to them. And that it will happen. It will happen. It's just going to take time and relationship and believe like you said.
Yeah, and just remember that I think I sent it to you in our private Facebook group chat.
Dean, can you move
Pictures.
closer to your video? I hate to see people so tiny like that.
So I went and took pictures of my yearbook of where the local counselor wrote in my yearbook. And like 2 years ago, I finally read them. I think I sent a picture of them to you 2 years ago in our private Facebook chat. Let me see if I can find it. But I think I'll find it. I'll send it to you again. And I think those.
Don't send it to me. Don't send it to me. Post it on Facebook.
Man, they're pretty private, but it's
I'm sorry. Okay, send it to me. Send it to me.
They're a bit of sort of pat on my back. If we can use those, if I can reconnect with.
Were you running around mooning people at that time too?
No.
You got to stop doing that, okay? You got to protect the reputation of LBA.
No, I don't mean private in that way. It's a lot of LC. For serious now, my year, somebody cut down the flag. And the LC, in one of the yearbook notes, she wrote that they had a meeting and they were all discouraged by what the ABC kids did. And then she said that, but she pointed out, we had this guy, Dean, class that thinks like I was like their golden child for all the LC. They're like, you should come back, 回到台湾, 奉献台湾. But then, of course, after I left, I ceased contact until 2024. But when I went back and looked at that, I was just like, oh my God, wow. Like
full circle moment.
yeah, so those things, and we can look at it to see, is it this appropriate to share? Because that would be something that you could share to Cindy and have Cindy say, look, not every single one of these are frat boy. We actually have some good people that they identify the one.
We don't have to convince Cindy. She is on our side. She is 100% understands the dynamics going on here.
Yeah. But it's something that
it's a tool that we can give her that she can use internally.
Exactly. Yes. To and then be able to say, yeah, now they're coming back and they're proposing, yeah, we don't want to just party and take from Taiwan. How can we give? Not ask what the country can do for you, what you can do for your country angle. And if we incorporate that into the whole version 2.0 proposal initiative 2, 3, well, 3, I guess, as we talk to the LC. And now, when we have the LC discussion in SoCal and Taipei, those are things we keep in mind. We can bring, and then we can from there formulate perhaps a better version of both that. We may get more people to say, yeah, no, this is worthwhile funding. We should advocate this. Get more people to buy in, stakeholders to sign up.
In terms of funding, we don't need associates funding because they don't have it, and it's too much of a struggle trying to get that. There are so many alumni that want to help us financially, so we're good with that. But I see what you mean. I know what you mean. I hate to cut this, but my battery is going to die. Let me just say that. Can I ask the two of you to start thinking about and maybe actively recruiting help? Because as you know, how it all played out, the people that are currently in our Taipei group, they're busy. And I understand that, but we need help now. So if they cannot, and I don't want to be where like, please help. Because if they're busy, we get that. Let's move on. Can you start thinking about who else in the alumni crowd that could start to, otherwise it's on YouTube because Jim and I don't get there until July.
I have not met other Taipei alumni, so maybe there's opportunity. Let me introduce you to them.
Dave, you're on the WhatsApp group for Taipei. Call and meet people for drinks and start talking to them and just seeing who wants to be involved. A lot of them may not realize how far we've come and what we're doing. So why don't you guys get together with, set up a time to get together with the Taipei group and just see who else can step in and help. To be honest, we've already worked out the hard part. We've got the venue. We know what we want to do. It's a done deal. The rest of it is going to be logistics. Like, how are we going to set up panel tables? Do we have signs everywhere? Do we want to have mementos, name badges? I mean, we need more help, and I encourage you to find more people. I don't want to see small groups working in isolation. I talked about this in the
I watched the recording. Yes, delegate and form a bigger army.
By the way, what did you think about? I mean, what are your candid thoughts about the meetings that we've had so far? I'm curious to hear that. Did you learn a lot?
Yeah, and I mean, it gave me a lot of background information on what you and Jim were working behind the scenes that I didn't get a visibility to, and also I noticed that I got called out on one of them. I was like, "Wait, what? My name got mentioned?" So I was like, "Huh?" Apparently, I'm a natural at keeping Deputy Cindy Liu entertained while doing the 22 years.
No, you weren't doing it on purpose. You just have a naturally social personality, which is exactly what we need. So it was a compliment. I wasn't calling you out, Dean. I
meant that in a positive way. I was like, hey, my name got mentioned. Oh, I'm a natural, am I? Okay. So but yeah. So no, overall I think it's good. I sort of witnessed some of the dynamics. So I kind of got a feel for the different folks who were in the meeting, and got a little bit of taste of the style for the folks who were talking and such. So in the future, if I talk to them and what, I kind of get a baseline, kind of like, okay, certain people work different style and such. So
Dean, when you have a moment, go to our YouTube channel, look up the playlist called meeting recordings or something like that, and read the description. What you just described is exactly why we're recording these meetings. And it wasn't me who wrote it. It was my AI agent. But you will see the value of these recordings for exactly. How about Lynn, really quickly? Did you get a chance to watch any of the other meetings, or because I know it was last
No,
minute?
I went through all of them today. That's what I was doing all day today. So
And
yeah, I listened to
what did
all,
you-
like you said a playlist of 4 of them. I basically listened to all of them. So
and what
I
are
mean,
your
it's-
thoughts about it? What are your thoughts? Please be candid. I want to know if it's working, if it's effective, if it's helpful to you. Interesting.
I mean, I think it's
boring?
definitely useful. I mean, it's like basically like having the typist in the courtroom typing out every word that's said. I mean, I think it's useful if you need to go back to check what was said. You can find it; it's there. But at the same time, I'm not sure if like as we keep going on, like the homework of going through 4 meetings was like an hour each. That's okay. That's 4 hours. But then if we get more and more of these added on, it's just going to add up, and it's very time consuming. I understand the value and the benefit of it. At the same time, like reports to me are probably faster for me to read than it is for me to actually sit there and listen for an hour. So it's,
That's very good. That's very good feedback.
Yeah.
That's really good feedback.
yeah. So it depends on what you want. If you want the summary, then what Liz
Yeah.
said. But the recording does not.
I mean, I was playing at 1.25 speed just because it was going so slow. I'm like,
I was doing that too. I was
before tonight's meeting. So it's like,
but the recording does capture the
Essence.
chemistry essence.
well, it captures the tone and the attitude. Like, the written word, you can't tell if someone's being sarcastic, but if the audio, you can obviously tell if they're joking or if they're being serious or being sarcastic or whatever, which is nice, right? So there's advantages, there's pros and cons to both. But I mean, having both is obviously the best. It's like you don't want to only have just one window on how to get from point A to B. You want to have different ways of getting to the same thing. So, I mean, in the future, I might just go to the transcript and try to read the transcript instead of listening to the entire thing because it's probably faster for me.
So recognize for the audience, it takes time to absorb and watch. And
Yeah.
not everybody in the current day, people want summary, AI, boom, 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 just give me a bullet point.
Yeah.
People like me, I tend to want to understand. I'm willing to take the time, but also, right, it's like, oh, shoot, you gave it to yesterday. I got, so.
I'm sorry. I didn't think of it until the last minute.
But keep that in mind. And
Let me just say that this is exactly the kind of feedback that I need, because just from this discussion, I now know we will provide all 3. We'll provide the recorded meeting minutes. I mean, the recorded meeting video. We will provide the full transcripts. Actually, YouTube does it already for you. When you go to look at these, not only do they provide this detailed transcripts, they actually do timestamps. But we will also provide AI. We'll provide the summary.
Yeah.
So we will provide all 3 for every meeting in the past. Thank you. So this is why feedback is so important.
And it seems like there was a lot of information that was repeated in the different videos. It was like, did I hear this before? Or
Yeah.
I don't
Well, the
remember.
thing is, I mean, that's where I was coming in
normal, I think.
early on, as you talk to SoCal, NorCal, and then you and Jim had one for the recording purpose. Maybe you had to repeat it, but hopefully going forward, some of that may not need to be repeated.
Unfortunately, because some people join now, they don't have time to read if it's relevant in context for what we're trying to accomplish at that meeting. Sometimes I have to bring it up again, but I will keep it in mind. I will keep that in mind to tell them to refer back to meeting number so and so, so I don't have to repeat myself.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
this is a really good feedback. I love you guys. You guys are going to go down in history. Like I said, I'm going to repeat that over and over again. I mean, in fact, I want to take a picture of us. Somebody get a screenshot of those 3 of us smiling in the camera. Dean,
I've been doing that, but we can do another one.
because I want to be able to say, I knew these guys. I worked with Uncle Dean.
Hold on. Look at my hair. Look at my hair right. My good son.
Well, I've known you since 1995, so.
All right, ready?
Okay, you ready to go?
3, 2, 1. Wait.
You get it?
Okay, hold on. Let me do it one more time. I hit the wrong button. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Got it.
All right. I'll probably ask, Jim to cut this video, cut the backside. This is the
Yeah.
after
Uncut-
meeting, to a
uncut
separate
version.
one. And then we'll use this photo. Can you send this photo to Jim?
Yep.
Actually,
I'll-
could you email him or message him and say, hey, can you cut this clip, cut off our, the
Yeah,
after
right,
meeting
yeah.
and use that cover photo? Okay. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much,
Well,
guys.
cover-
It's just been,
Well,
I,
make the video into 2 and use this as
exactly,
second.
part 1 and part 2, exactly. I
Yep.
can't thank you enough.
Chien without
Really,
food.
I mean, really, the way you guys at the last minute, you're like, I'm at the airport. Lynn, let's get together. And Lynn's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was so busy. I didn't. I mean, all of that. You know, this is going to turn into a movie. I swear to God, somebody's going to make a movie about all this. It's so exciting. But I'm
I would
honored.
so.
I'm honored to be working with you guys. I'm grateful for your time. And I really look forward to more of the same. This is so much fun. Also, at the end of the day, it's so much fun and so meaningful. Just so many constituents, so many stakeholders. So, all right, enough.
Now I got to figure out
You guys-
my schedule. Do I try to fly back to California before the end, May 31st, and then come
Too
back
much
to
detail.
California?
Too much detail. Just make it happen. These
Just
are the
stay
kind of
here.
things I just make it happen.
Stay here for yeah.
Just change your
Your dragon
tickets.
boat and everything.
Make it happen. All right, guys.
All right, bye.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Good night.